Our planet's oceans and rivers have sustained life for millennia, but as the human population expands, the wild bounty of these waters is no longer enough. We have turned, in our ingenuity, to a new kind of harvest, fish farming. This practice, known as aquaculture, now provides more than half of the fish consumed by humanity. It is a staggering, global enterprise, a testament to our ability to cultivate the aquatic world. Yet, this vast industry is built upon the success of a surprisingly small number of species, creatures chosen for their resilience, their rapid growth, and their appeal to our palates. These are the unsung heroes of our global food system, swimming in carefully managed waters from the tropics to the subarctic. They are the backbone of a revolution in how we source our protein from the water. But which of these species have risen above the rest to become the true royalty of aquaculture? What are the most famous farmed fish in the world, the ones that grace millions of dinner plates every single day? Today, we embark on a journey to meet these aquatic titans. We will travel across continents to see how they are raised, from the warm ponds of Asia, to the cold fjords of Norway, and the muddy waters of the American South. We will explore the unique characteristics that make them so successful, and understand why they matter so profoundly to so many. Join me as we dive into the world of farmed fish and discover the stories behind the food on our plates. Our first subject is a true champion of aquaculture, a fish so adaptable and prolific it has been dubbed the aquatic chicken. This is the tilapia. Originally native to Africa and the Middle East, its story is now a global one. Here, in the sun-drenched landscapes of Southeast Asia, vast networks of earthen ponds shimmer under the tropical sky. These are the nurseries for billions of tilapia, a fish that thrives in conditions that would challenge many other species. Its ability to tolerate warm, crowded waters makes it an ideal candidate for farming in developing nations. The life cycle of the tilapia is a marvel of efficiency. The females are devoted mothers, engaging in a practice known as mouth brooding. They hold their fertilized eggs and newly hatched fry within their mouths, offering a safe, mobile nursery until the young are large enough to fend for themselves. This remarkable parental care ensures high survival rates. In the managed environment of a farm, this natural productivity is harnessed and amplified, allowing for a continuous and predictable harvest that feeds communities far and wide. Tilapia are primarily herbivores and omnivores, feeding on algae and plant-based pellets. This is a crucial advantage. Unlike carnivorous fish that require feed made from other wild-caught fish, tilapia's diet is more sustainable and significantly less expensive. This dietary flexibility translates directly into its affordability, making it one of the most accessible sources of animal protein for hundreds of millions of people. It is a fish that provides vital nutrition where it is needed most, a cornerstone of food security across Africa, Asia, and Latin America. The growth rate of tilapia is astonishingly rapid. In just 6 to 9 months, a tiny fingerling can grow to a harvestable market size. This swift turnaround allows farmers to produce multiple crops per year from the same pond, maximizing their yield and their income. The process is a delicate dance of water quality management, feeding schedules, and careful monitoring. The farmers here are not just raising fish, they are cultivating an ecosystem in miniature, balancing the needs of their stock with the capacity of the environment. From these humble ponds, the tilapia embarks on a journey. It is processed, packed, and shipped, finding its way to local village markets and international supermarket chains alike. Its mild flavor and firm, flaky texture make it incredibly versatile in the kitchen, readily absorbing the spices and sauces of countless cuisines. This fish, born of ancient African lakes, has become a truly global citizen, a testament to the power of aquaculture to transform a single species into a worldwide phenomenon of sustenance. We now travel from the warm, placid ponds of the tropics to the cold, deep, and turbulent waters of the North Atlantic. Here, nestled within the dramatic fjords of Norway, we find the domain of our second subject, the Atlantic salmon. This magnificent fish, with its shimmering silver skin and rich pink flesh, is a symbol of luxury and quality in the seafood world. Its wild counterpart has been revered for centuries, but it is the farmed salmon that has become a global commodity, a titan of the international market. The farming of Atlantic salmon is a far more complex and technologically advanced endeavor than that of tilapia. It begins on land, in freshwater hatcheries that meticulously replicate the pristine river conditions where salmon naturally spawn. Here, eggs are incubated and hatched, and the young fish known as parr are raised through their early life stages. They are carefully monitored, vaccinated and fed, protected from the perils that would claim so many in the wild. It is a process of immense care and scientific precision. When the young salmon undergo a magical transformation known as smoltification, adapting their bodies for life in saltwater, they are ready for the next stage of their journey. They are transported to massive circular net pens anchored in the sheltered deep waters of the fjords. These pens, some holding hundreds of thousands of fish, are cities beneath the waves. Here, the salmon will spend the next 1 to 2 years, growing to their full market size, fed a carefully formulated diet rich in proteins and oils that gives their flesh its characteristic color and flavor. The challenges are immense. Keeping such a dense population healthy requires constant vigilance against sea lice and disease. The environmental impact of these farms is a subject of intense debate and ongoing research, with the industry continuously innovating to reduce its footprint. Automated feeding systems, underwater cameras, and sophisticated sensors monitor the health of the fish and the condition of the water, a high-tech ballet performed in one of the world's most rugged marine environments. Chile, with its own long coastline and cold currents, has followed Norway's lead, becoming the second-largest producer. The result of this intensive effort is a fish of remarkable consistency and quality, available year-round to consumers across the globe. Its high omega-3 fatty acid content has made it a favorite among health-conscious diners. From high-end restaurants serving delicate sashimi to family dinner tables featuring a baked fillet, Atlantic salmon has carved out a prestigious niche. It is a fish that represents the pinnacle of marine aquaculture, a jewel of the north that has conquered the world's palate. For our final portrait, we leave the open oceans and travel inland, to the heart of the American South. Here, in the flat, fertile lands of the Mississippi Delta, a different kind of aquaculture reigns. The landscape is dominated by vast rectangular ponds stretching as far as the eye can see. This is the kingdom of the channel catfish, a species that holds a deep cultural and culinary significance in this part of the world. It is a story not of global export, but of regional identity and pride. The catfish is perfectly suited to this environment. It is a hardy, resilient creature, able to thrive in the warm, murky, slow-moving waters of these man-made ponds. Unlike salmon, which require cold, highly oxygenated water, the catfish is content in its muddy domain. Its farming is a science refined over generations. Farmers here have an intimate knowledge of the land and the water, managing everything from the pH balance to the oxygen levels, which are often supplemented by mechanical aerators that churn the water's surface during the hot summer nights. The life of a farmed catfish begins in a specialized hatchery, where brood stock are encouraged to spawn in secluded containers that mimic the hollow logs they would seek in the wild. Once hatched, the tiny fry are moved to nursery ponds, where they grow into fingerlings. These juveniles are then transferred to the larger, grow-out ponds to mature. They are fed a floating grain-based pellet, and as they rise to the surface to eat, the water boils with a frenzy of activity, a sign of a healthy and hungry population below. Harvesting catfish is a unique and impressive operation. A large net, or seine, is drawn across the entire length of the pond by tractors, corralling the fish into a concentrated area. They are then loaded into transport trucks, alive using a large boom and basket. This method ensures the fish arrive at the processing plant in the freshest possible condition, a critical step in producing the clean, mild flavor that consumers expect. It is a process of brute force and surprising delicacy. In the American South, catfish is more than just food. It is a tradition. It is the centerpiece of community fish fries and the star of restaurant menus, most famously served deep-fried with a cornmeal crust, alongside hush puppies and coleslaw. Its firm, meaty texture and lack of fine bones make it exceptionally easy to eat. While it may not have the global reach of tilapia or salmon, the catfish industry is a powerful economic engine for this region, a story of how aquaculture can become deeply woven into the fabric of a local culture. We have journeyed across the globe, from the tropical ponds of Asia to the icy fjords of Norway and the warm waters of the American South. We have met the royalty of aquaculture, the adaptable tilapia, the prize salmon, and the beloved catfish. Each tells a unique story of human ingenuity and our evolving relationship with the aquatic world. These three species, though vastly different, share a common purpose. They are pillars of a system designed to feed a growing planet, providing reliable, accessible, and nutritious protein to billions. Their importance to global food security cannot be overstated. As wild fish stocks face unprecedented pressure, the role of these farm champions will only grow more critical. They represent a fundamental shift in how we think about the resources of our planet's waters, not just as something to be hunted, but as something to be cultivated with care and responsibility. The challenges of disease, sustainability, and environmental impact are real, but so is the promise of a secure food future that aquaculture holds. So, the next time you see one of these fish at a market or on your dinner plate, take a moment to consider its extraordinary journey. Appreciate the complex systems, the dedicated farmers, and the biological marvels that brought it from the water to your table. In understanding their stories, we can foster a deeper connection to the food we eat and the remarkable managed world from which it comes.